Hi guys, this is Best Boomer getting back with you on a fine Memorial Day, beautiful day. First off, I want to thank all those service uh, people, men and women who fought and lost their lives so that we could have our freedoms that we have in this great country. Thank you very much. Today, this is kind of unscripted, just off the cuff. But I just wanted to touch base about retirement in Arizona. My thoughts today are you always want to broaden your horizons. I've talked before about me being an input person. I am always researching and reading, and so by broadening your horizons, just education all of the time, just educating yourself about this big world and how other people live. And moving to Arizona, it broadened our horizons right away, because people living in Arizona, many of them weren't born here. They came from other places. It's a destination state, and they came here probably for the great weather. And so in our neighborhood, it's very interesting because we have people from all over right around us. Talk about broadening your horizons and kind of, expanding your perspective on things. In talking with them, the neighbors on our right, they're a Hispanic brother and sister who moved here from California. Their mom's going to move here at some point. Then on the other side of us, we have Mike and his girlfriend, and he came from Chicago, probably to get away from the, cold weather. Then there's a military guy down the street. He's from Illinois. Across the street from us, they moved here from California for the lesser cost of living, and the weather is really good and somewhat similar to what they were used to. Then we have someone from Colorado across the street. They moved here. Actually, I have a sister in Colorado Springs, and Colorado is a great place to live. Beautiful weather. It's a high desert. This is a low desert. They moved here because she had a double lung transplant, and the air here in Arizona is easier on her rather than the thin air in Colorado. So when you talk to all these folks, they have really great stories to tell and different perspectives from these different states. And it's almost like traveling in your own neighborhood. So I love that about this area. And it does broaden my perspective. And when I worked for a short time in the grade school as a para, the people who came in and substituted great stories from all over other states and different professions. And it was very interesting to hear their stories. Along these same lines of broadening your horizons, your perspectives, I always felt that was very important for my grandchildren. And from a very young age, when my firstborn grandchild, Caleb, was around two, we went to Maine, the whole family, rented a couple cabins by the shore, no TVs or anything like that. And what a great experience for this little guy. He spent hours on the seashore looking for sea glass, and we explored all the little towns around the area, and the island, Mount Desert Island, I think it is. It's a beautiful area. So that was the beginning, I think, of our trips. And I always thought it was so important for the kids to see other areas of the country and meet, people from other areas, and, see what they did for their livelihoods, and saw a lot of fishing around the main area, of course. Then we got into some Disney cruises, and of course that took us all over, from the Bahamas to Puerto Rico. And the kids, by then we also had Molly. What an education for them. What an opportunity. And I think, it builds your understanding of other areas, states, and countries, and kind of builds your empathy for the way some people, live as compared to what you have going on. So I think it's a really good thing. We have one coming up. Caleb is nearing 18 years old, which, oh my gosh, I can hardly believe. And so we were talking about, okay, what's it going to be for this trip? He's a great Disney fan. This kid is, whenever he hits on something he likes, he does a lot of research, and he can tell you about anything about it. He loved the cruises, and he had heard that, Tokyo Disney, or Disney Tokyo, was the best Disneyland in the world or something. And so I'm kind of going back and forth on maybe going to Japan and starting a cruise from there, visiting that Disneyland. Now, if you know my husband, Rick is not really open to going to the Asian countries, and probably not that open going to Japan. But I always say that probably, the beginning of enjoyment and excitement and living is probably starts at the end of your comfort zone. And it's a good thing to try new things, go new places, broaden your perspective, your horizons. Keep learning until the day you die. I did one the other day on keep running until the day you die. Keep learning until the day you die, because you don't want to grow stagnant, and you want your brain to keep working well, because the older you get, you kind of slow down at everything. And so there's a couple ways. Traveling, anybody can do. Maybe, people aren't ready to move, but I will say that's a quick way to actually force change in thinking. You have to learn your way around. You have to, do all the things when you move to a new place, get the licenses for your cars, learn where things are, learn how they do business here, all those things. And then the people are so different. Such a difference from living where you were born, growing up where you were born, and having the same people around you all the time, going to the same church, going to the same store. So you all begin to kind of think alike. And it's a whole different way of living. And I prefer to keep expanding the way that I think and meeting people from other areas. And I hope to travel forever. You don't have to travel far, but I've made it a priority to be able to do that every couple years or so for a good trip. But anyway, that's my thoughts for today. If you like my channel, please like it, share it, subscribe to it. It's Best Boomer. I do a video vlog also on Thursdays. That's review of products mostly, but I'd sure appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. It's not really easy to do, but I appreciate anyone who watches, and I hope you enjoy them. Okay? Thanks, and have a great Memorial Day. Bye-bye.